Yo, I'm live around this baby, man. What's good? How y'all doing, world? This your boy Hood, man. I'm just hitting y'all up, man. Just kicking it. Got shit all over my shirt, man, but it's late at night, so y'all will be all right with that, man. How y'all feeling, man? Like and subscribe. What's good today? I'm just gonna holler at y'all today about my trip up in LA, man. I had to go up there and handle some business for the weekend. But I went and did all my traps, like I went through all the spots. And I just wanted to holler at y'all about a little bit of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I had a good ass time. You know what I'm saying? Business was accounted for, you know what I'm saying, in the Hood Film brand. You know what I'm saying? We got a new movie, we got a new book, and all that stuff. So you gotta get out on the streets a little bit and go talk to the people and do all that. But I got a video that I'm editing right now about all that process, and y'all will get a chance to see that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why it's not done yet is I'm not editing on my cell phone. Normally, I've been editing this channel. Everything I've been doing on this cell phone, just the iPhone 11. And so I've been editing it with a program called LumaFusion. And LumaFusion is the program that I've been editing on. But this time I decided not to edit this video from California on my phone because it's a lot of clips. It's a lot of different little clips and shit in order to do it. So it would have took me a lot of time. And this screen is so fucking little that shit make me sleepy just staring at a little bitty ass screen. Editing is meticulous as fuck. So, you know, you gotta scan across the timeline and do all this little shit. So sometimes a little bitty screen and get me sleepy as fuck. So I put it on my main computer right here, and I'm editing it, but y'all can't see it because I don't know how to set my computer where you can see the screen yet. I'm gonna do that shit though. So it's about like 10 minutes, I think, altogether, the whole video. And y'all will get a chance to see this in a minute, but I'm still putting little finishing touches on it because I was just trying to basically have a film that y'all could look at and just be like, damn, okay, I see what it's like. Because basically I've been in LA doing my thing up there for a lot of years and shit, but I move back and forth all the time. So I don't sit still because I don't like that. I like to be able to move around. So my new movie and shit, which I think is going to be Killer Rapper 2, that's what I'm putting together. All of the fucking final elements that's going to be in this movie. So basically what I do is I grab all the elements that I'm going to have in it. So this one's going to be, and I'm telling y'all this shit. So if you're watching this broadcast, you get a chance to see this before anybody here. A movie that already came out is called Killer Rapper 1. It's on this channel and it's for the free. It's free 99. You can see this as soon as this broadcast is over. It's dope too. It's about an hour long. So the new one is about, the old one is about a reporter investigating the death of a rapper and the stuff that he uncovers now got his life on the line. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dope ass thriller and conspiracy movie. It's dope. Y'all gonna love that shit. So anyway, this one, Killer Rapper 2, this one I'm finna hit you with. Like I'm in the Killer Rapper 1, I don't tell you the actual twists and turns that's gonna happen. We gotta watch the movie to see what is unveiled in the movie. It's twists and turns and shit, like plot twists. So in this one, it's the same thing, but you would have to watch this movie to see the plot twist that I'm about to tell y'all who watching this video right now, because I just figured out all of my plot twists and shit. I was doing that today because I went to LA to go see which part of LA I would shoot this in. And the next part, I'm about to go to Atlanta to see if I should shoot it down there, because everybody talking about Atlanta being a black Mecca and a black this and black that. So in order for me to do the research on that movie, I have to watch documentaries, read books, listen to stories, listen to fucking interviews, all kind of shit over a span of time. Not like a couple of weeks go by, but maybe about a good 2 years of me just collecting information, just shit I see and read. So for Killer Rapper 2, which is going to be shot soon, this one is going to be about, and I'm giving y'all the game first because you will see this in the movie. This one, yeah, me too, Anna Jones. I'm finna go up there too. Yeah, so this one is about facial recognition from the government and from corporate offices. And it's going to be about gentrification and migration. The migration part is when Black people migrate from their towns to Atlanta. This is going to be like a Black utopia. And the facial recognition part is going to be that the city is going to have it all government like China, where all the cameras is watching everything you do. And the way that you make it through here is that you have to have mask on like we got now. So I have the element of the mask in the film because that's kind of the way the world is right now. So in order to make it through and go still be, who you is from the streets or kicking it how you like to kick it, you got to have this mask on and you got to be able to trick this algorithm, this facial recognition machine. But they'll lock your ass up if they know you're doing this. So that's the backdrop of the world that we're going to be in. So now I'm working on my main character, which will probably be me because I'm the main character in my films. And what the process of my main character, Rod is his name in the movie. So it's what his life is what his story is going to happen before he involves himself into all this facial recognition, AI type stuff. So, well, Anna Jones, that's a good question. I'm telling you this because what I said, she asked, thank you for following too, Anna Jones. I appreciate you. I'm saying this because I want the people to watch the current movie, which is out right now on my channel, Anna Jones. If you haven't seen it, it's called Killer Rapper. This is Killer Rapper 2. So I'm working on the script, and this is the treatment, the development stage of it, where I'm writing down every element that I want to be in it. But the new movie that I just finished is right now, it's about 6,300 views on it so far right now. You can watch it right here on Killer Rapper. And I'm on YouTube, it's on this channel. But that movie, you can see the plots and twists and turns. I'm not telling you the elements of that film that you can watch right now with all the plot twists on it. And it's free and it's right on this channel and it's called Killer Rapper. I'm telling you about my new movie that's going to come out in the future. It's not out now. It's going to be out in weeks or months and down the line. But I'm just unveiling it to you because if you came to this channel to watch my live right now, you got an exclusive. Now, when people watch this, they're going to have to play this video back. They're going to have to sit here and watch this particular part. So this is really just for the people who caught on right now, who watched the video. You get a chance to see what this is about, because what I'm doing basically as an artist, I'm creating stuff that don't exist. These movies, it's not another movie company that's making a Killer Rapper story. So this is something that I'm coming up with. So in order to do it, I have to put all these other elements together and then travel to different places so I can see where can this happen and be believable. You understand what I'm saying? So that's really the trick. I want the movie to be believable, so I can't just shoot it in certain places. Like for instance, my book is called Hood, How to Make a Hood Movie. This book, it breaks down to you how to use your environment that you're currently in to make a movie. So I want the environment that I'm about to shoot this in to really be a backdrop for this film. So here's the cover for the movie I'm telling you can watch right now, Killer Rapper. It's right here. It's on the YouTube page. Go over there and check it out, goddamn. And you can buy this book at Amazon too. But anyway, only reason why I'm telling y'all that is because I want to try to have a little exclusive, So flipping through LA, you get a chance to see the filmmaking that goes on there. And I've obviously worked on movies and done my LA run and kicked it with all the productions and did all that shit. And I love it. But as an auteur, as they call us in the French word, I can do my own damn thing. I am not the kind of person that want to sit up under somebody and take notes and take fucking whatever the fuck they want me to do. I want to go shoot my own shit. I want to go have my own idea and create it. So I put a lot of work into creating the beginning of it and then going out and shooting it. That's a whole nother fucking set of work. So people don't understand what really going to filmmaking is. Probably about 35 jobs that you have before you even get on the set. Especially if you're independent like me, where you create it from scratch. The storyline, the idea, and for instance, the movie that's out now, Killer Rapper, I watched the movie called Citizen Kane, and I liked the interview section, the way he interviewed people in the movie. The movie came out in 1943. And from that movie, I watched. I forgot. Oh yeah, I heard the song by KRS-One called "Killer Rapper," and that's what inspired the movie. But I didn't want the movie to be exactly like the song, so I actually had to think of a story to come up with to make that happen. So that's the brainstorming sessions that I have to deal with and do in order to make the movie happen. So I go into a brainstorming session, and when I figure out what the story is, that's what I bring to life. And so that's what Killer Rapper 1 is. So for Killer Rapper 2, it's coming together, but I wanted to be so much bigger. I wanted to have so much more technology and the way the world is now. And because that's what when this movie was out, it's the way the world was then. So this is what you can call the part one or the first edition. So this is the one that's going to be the world is now. And I've been watching a bunch of little video documentaries on the sequels, how to make sequels and what I should do to bring into the sequel to make it really punch. And so that's what I've been doing. So a lot of that is going to be in this new movie, Killer Rapper 2. So, and I'm really just trying to make sure I got the proper backdrop for the film, like the actual location. You know, I was in Atlanta 25 years ago. I did the Olympics and shit up there as a young dude in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to make films bad as hell. Obviously didn't know it was going to become the hip hop mecca of the world. So when I was 23 rather, and I did the Olympics up there, they had the bomb and shit go off. That bomb and shit went off down there. And so after the bomb went off, I was, you know, we stayed a few more weeks and shit, or days, I can't remember now. And then I came back to Chicago, and then I jumped into filmmaking. But that was that time frame. So I wanted to go back to ATL and talk about that shit and talk about what it was doing back then, and then go back and shoot what that time frame was. You know, and I could even make that be a part of this movie, but I'm not, because, you know, I was in my 20s and shit, and I was dating a white girl, but I didn't know her really. She was just some chick that you met downtown. So it wasn't like I knew her and we dating long term. It was just it was in your 20s and you just meet new people and boom, it kicked off like that. And but the bomb shit went off down there that year. It's 1996. So after that happened, I left from downtown. I never saw the girl again, and even eventually left Atlanta. And every time I went out there, it was just like short bursts, like a weekend or some shit. I never really was down there long term to really capture the city like I want to. So this movie, I think that it has a lot to do with that location, or like a location like that could bring this kind of story to life. But all of this is preliminary thoughts. I'm just putting it out there because it's about time to kick off this movie. I didn't even know that daylight savings time was in like 2 weeks or something like that, a few days, man. Maybe it was like, whoa. By the time daylight savings time come, I'm ready to kick butt. I'm ready to shoot. I'm ready to get my film going. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, LA was beautiful, man. I stopped at Danny Trejo coffee and donut shop. I didn't even know he had one, but that's dope because I've been watching him acting and in the filmmaking since I was a kid. And so to see him on that motherfucker doing this thing, that shit was dope, man. And it was fun fucking with him and shit, you know, seeing him do his thing on there. Danny Trejo. And also, what else we kicked it at? Obviously, we did the Santa Monica shit, go down through there and film that whole little area up Beverly Hills. I kind of shot it all. I did a lot of filmmaking up in there. So, and again, I would normally put it out on my phone, but it's, you know, sometimes editing on it's dope. My editing program I got on here is dope as fuck, but the screen's so little. It's so fucking small. So I think I'm about to try to buy an iPad because the current iPad I got, it's not a lot of space on it, and I beat up the screen real shitty. So, but it's no space on it. It's like maybe an 8 gigabyte, I think. It's like really small. So 16 or something like that. So I need one with a lot more robustness. I think they got a 1 terabyte. I've been seeing, so I'm thinking about trying to jump down on that. But y'all gotta let me know in the comment section, man, if y'all see this video in the future, what y'all been thinking about, you know what I'm saying, today. And they got George Floyd going out there. Oh boy, they looking for the lawyers and shit with 1,000 motherfucking National Guards out there. So it's a lot of shit popping in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I just really came here to talk about my LA move. Venice Beach too was fly. You know, I watched the sun come up out there. I did a lot of photography and filmmaking. And I'm gonna make sure I put that video up here so y'all can see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real hood film shit. You know what I'm saying? So that movie, and I got another movie I'm trying to do this year too. It's the 20th anniversary of my movie, Hood Life. I Brian talked about this more and more on here because I'm really proud that I got a film 20 years old. I got a movie that's older than two of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I got more than one movie, but that movie was something I did in my early 20s. And it was, I think I was in my late 20s. And but it got done, and the people kind of fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? All over the world, anybody who saw it. But you know, obviously, technology has changed from what was that 2001 to 2021. So if you see the movie, a lot of time people be like, "Damn, this look crazy. It don't look right." Because we got sophisticated eyeballs now. Back in 1999, 2000, 2001, that movie was good because we shot it at the highest extent of video we could find. But technology has changed in 20 years. So if you put it on your screen, it's even smaller than the normal 4K screens because we shot that shit in DV, mini DV, which was like the first run of digital video back then. So I've been doing this shit a lot of years. But I still love the movie, and it's still turning 20 years old this year. So I'm just really proud of that. So, and I want to do a part 2 to that movie, and I've been working on it. You know, I'm trying to see who am I going to work with. So as a filmmaker, it's almost like you meet people along the way, and then sometimes people fuck with you and rock with you and make a movie with you, and then y'all stay tight. Y'all stay tight and cool. Then sometimes you make a movie with some people, or they come around you, and then y'all not tight. Y'all don't hang too much after that. But that journey of getting it done and that journey in between of making it happen and coming up with the idea, that's still enjoyed by both parties, myself and the people who help me do it. But filmmaking is very, it's like an arduous task. So a lot of times you could be around people and arguments kick off, damn near fights, problems that you can't solve because you're arguing or you can't see eye to eye. These things happen, and the more mature you are in the filmmaking game, the more you can do those things without it turning into a battle royale or you got to kill somebody or some shit like that. But it happens like that. So sometimes you might not be tight with a person. There might be time got to pass because we had to get together so many times to pull this thing off. And, you know, I remember when we did the first Killer Rapper movie, some people who I had brought on board because they was on board with the film when we was doing it the first time before we got this time and we finished it. And that time before it crashed and burned, the people who I was working with just wasn't locked in with me. And the movie they left the movie. So the actors was kind of like left in limbo. So we had to tell them, hey, the movie ain't gonna get done. I couldn't do it about it. So when we got the actors back going for this time when the film did get finished, I contacted them again. I was like, yo, we're going to get it done this time. I got new people on board, help me behind the scenes, lock in. And he was like, well, the people in conversation, and it was like, yo, I'll be there. So we locked in, we got the location, boom, we ready. Come shoot it. The person never showed up. So the guy's looking at me like, this your guy. Well, what the fuck he at? And I'm thinking like, shit, as far as I thought he was going to be here. God damn, he was there the last time. We were shooting it every day, but the movie didn't get finished. So they was like, well, shit, if we going to finish this, that guy can't be a part of it. And I was like, huh? And he never showed up that day. So eventually he called the following day or next day or whatever and was like, hey, this came up. And I had to tell him, yo, we can't even put you no further in the movie. And he was like, what the fuck you talking about? I had to do this. It was this, that, and the third. And it was like, look, in order to get the movie done, they said, you can't be a part of it. Because on day one, with them locking in, you couldn't come. And now they saying, that ain't how it worked. That ain't professional. So I had to dump you. Because if I bring you on board, I ain't going to get the fucking movie done. And so he had to step to the side. And eventually, after a long time process, we got the movie done. So I appreciate that, but it's just it worked out like that where the guy he finally was on board to do it, even though he was down for us the whole time before. But then the guys who I was working with was like, look, nigga, we'll fuck with you, but if you got people like that ain't gonna be here on day one, then we ain't rocking with you. And that was a really decision I had to make, but I wanted to get this movie done. So I had to like let the brother go. And I was like, in the future we'll work together again. So it's little things like that go on that you have to manage in order to continue to produce and create. You know what I'm saying? So, imagine somebody missing a flight out of town, or somebody not gonna come and everything is booked out of town. Everything. And then you go up there and this person ain't showing up. So these things are like little fires that you got to be able to put out and still be able to manage your mindset and manage your personality, because you can blow up on somebody and be like, well, what the fuck are their brother? But then it's like, why would they be around you again? It's not going to happen. They're going to be like, this nigga's crazy, but that's what it is. So, but sometimes that passion for your project deserves that type of conversation. But again, you still might have to deal with the repercussions of that after the fact. So I like sitting here chatting with y'all and talking shit. I don't do it as much as I want to. I'm feeling like, oh, I'm gonna be talking all the time. But just in case you haven't ever heard of Hood Films or you don't know me, I live 100% of my life behind the scenes. Like literally never be in front of the camera. I'm back here always hollering at motherfucking actors, trying to help them out, trying to get in front of the camera and show them how to get in front of the camera. Where I got books that I study and shit about how to deal with actors, how to I kind of just focus on that. And so that's really just been my filmmaking process. I literally just be behind the scenes trying to get actors to work on shit. And eventually I don't really use the camera a lot to talk to people like this, because I'm not really like an interview person or on camera anchor kind of dude. I'm just been behind the cameras. The thing that's a plus about me is that I talk profusely, like all the time, about all kind of shit. So as soon as I get really comfortable and acclimated to the camera, I'm gonna be having so many fucking videos, you're gonna run you crazy. But I'm just not used to it yet. So what I did is to push myself outside my comfort zone. My new movie that I've been talking about all this time, Killer Rapper, I play the main character. So when you see it, you're gonna see me playing the main character. Obviously, I look different to bring a character to life, and that's the story. So, but me being that person in front of the camera, it pushed me to understand what actors have to go through. Because me being just a director, producer, writer, all that, editor, camera guy, I don't know those skills. But then this acting skill is just something that I can kind of theoretically understand, and I can help you with it, but I never experienced it. So me being in this whole movie, which is an hour long, I had to deal with a lot. The camera being on you, lights being on you, making uh doing a character and scaring the people standing around. You had never experienced that before. But being in character and then the people looking at you like, is this motherfucker crazy? And it's like you almost gotta say, everybody, the character is doing this, not me. Yeah, and I understood for the first time why they have closed sets, why you can't be just having 12 people just hanging around chilling, because they're gonna see what has to transpire, and then they'll be looking at your ass like, this motherfucker lost his mind. But imagine having to see cut, do it again, cut, do it again, cut, do it again. Looking at your ass like this thing that lost his damn mind. So, but it's a grind, and I wanted to see what it was like for the actors and shit. So I got a chance to see that. So like I said, part two, I'll probably go jump back out there and do that shit again, and be the main character in this one. So, but this is my little series that I like to do, and it's dope, and it's individual, and it's creative. It's a story that I came up with, a process, a platform that I put out here called Killer Rapper. It's one of my movie stories that I use. I got several more, man. Tired to see this motherfucking stain on my goddamn shirt. Shit pissing me the fuck off. Yeah, so I got other stories I'm gonna do, but I like this little storyline because it gave me a chance to grow as an actor and producer. Also a writer. So I spent a lot of time making sure I got the correct, I ain't gonna say correct, because filmmaking is really like art. You do what the fuck you want to do. But I used the time to make sure I got the elements that I like to put in the story. And when I do that, it'll make the people watching the movie like you be interested to stay watching the motherfucker to the end. And so that's really what a lot of the time goes into trying to make sure I got those things that I feel is correct in it. But I feel like talking to y'all and talking to shit like this to you every once in a while like this is good too, because I get a chance to just kind of express myself. Because again, I'm sitting a lot of times not talking about this kind of shit. I'm like, don't really chat about filmmaking like that to other people. I talk about it to myself, or I talk about it to my lady and shit like that. So, but I talk it to you motherfuckers all the time. And y'all gotta just keep rocking with me. Just keep rocking with me. And I talk this shit to y'all. We talk about every element of this shit. And even a new movie, Killer Rapper 2, that's gonna break motherfucking a war. You're gonna go crazy with this. I'm finna go hard, man. I'm telling you. And I already know the first one fly. I got some elements in it that I could tighten up and make better. And I'm gonna do that shit in this next one. So my location, I was checking that layout today. I like how Venice Beach look. I like how a lot of those zones up there look. I definitely like a lot of the, I went over to Nipsey Hussle spot too. And I respect that young bro, because I got a chance to see it for my own self. And it's so funny because I was close to his location, kicking it a few times, but just obviously didn't know him and didn't know about him. And when I went to the spot that I normally kick it at on Crenshaw, where the black people be at, playing the bungalows, doing some African shit. And I just basically went up further to 59th where he be at, with his spot at Crenshaw and Slauson. And I was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't that far down. It was a little far down, but it wasn't exactly where I was. It was a little further down. And so I was like, ain't that a bitch? But that was dope to see his spot and shit, the little donut shop across the street, all in a little area. I stopped in a little gas station and did some video filming and all that, man. I'm just really appreciative of that young dude, because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So, but that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all right now. I'm gonna jump off of here. I'm gonna try to get back on here tomorrow. I'm not gonna be exactly saying I am, but I'm gonna try to. And as soon as I start getting more on here, you'll see me more, man. But thank y'all for watching. This your boy Hood. I appreciate y'all for checking me out. I'm gonna be back on here again with a new video. Check the new movie out, Killer Rapper. Check all my stuff out. Watch the end screen on this one. I might have some funny shit or something like that for you to watch. And keep checking us out. All right, I'll holla at y'all.